So you could be one simple move away from getting that shallow downswing that you want. Let's get into it. So with the majority of golfers suffering from out to in swing path and a steep angle attack, often you're going to be working on trying to shallow those angles out to maximise launch conditions to get the best out of your tee shots, iron shots, whatever it is. So when we're talking about shallowing out the swing, it can be quite difficult to do. Got a very simple tip here to just help simplify it, make it easy, something that you can take to the golf course that will improve your game. Right. So first, let's talk about what it is when you do it wrong. So what I've got here is my swing plate and an alignment rod. Now you can put something like this down, so if you're practicing on grass, jab that into the ground, or if you're at a driving range, just poke an alignment rod into a basket or something to just help. So, plane of swing is where we're going to start. So here, that alignment rod's more or less level with my plane of swing, so that's from where the club head is up to my right elbow. And what you're trying to do is, as we take the club away, make sure that that club is more or less level with the alignment rod on the way back, to the point where we're going to get to the top of the backswing here. Here the hands are going to be slightly higher than the plane, but your right elbow more or less on it. So you're looking for this sort of waist high position here to have the club more or less pointing at that alignment rod. And as we set the club into this angle, you can see that it's more or less mirroring that. That's plane of swing. So if we get steep on the way down, that's got to mean that the club gets here, and that's got to be overplaned. Okay, that's got to lead you steep angle. So that cut down, hit across here. That's your fades, your pulls, and your poorer shots. In an ideal world, if we're trying to shallow it, we want to get the club down and the club head slightly under the plane. That's going to allow you to deliver on a much better path, which is going to be more efficient, and then you're going to be able to start hitting some further shots. So you're going to be able to start hitting some draws, get a little bit of shape going that way, and control your spin rate to make sure that you can get the most out of your drive. So it's simple. You want to be standing there, swinging and getting the feeling of getting the club coming in slightly under plane in that way. But how do you do it? Right, so what I've got here, I've got what I keep golf balls in. Okay, so I'm going to put that down there, more or less level with my right foot. So the feeling that I want to get, so I hold an alignment rod, swing to the top and back, swing, simulate that, and from here, don't move your chest. Okay, so from there, feel like you're dropping that down onto that bag there. So a couple of swings where you turn, drop. Most importantly there, what I'm not doing is turning that way on the way down. This is just an exaggerated feel for what you want to do. And I always say feel against real, not the same thing at all. But this is just a feel that you're going to get to the top of your backswing, not move your chest that way too early. You get the feeling of those hands working down towards your right foot, dropping the club straight down, or in this case the alignment rod, and hitting the object that's there. So to stand there, swing, drop. That's going to help you get under plane on the way down. So then when you move the object out the way, just get the same feeling. Now I quite like to get people to stand there, swing, feeling like they're keeping their back to the target for a second longer than normal, not even a second, like a fraction of a second. So to stand there, think, get to the top and get that feeling. Get to the top, get that feeling, all right? So you keep your back to the target for a little bit longer and just feel your hands going straight down that way. From there, just turn, rotate through, try and get into a decent finish position, and that should help you to get slightly shallower, get the club coming in slightly under plane on the way down, and improve those shots. So it should look like this. So then get club in your hand, just stand there, swing, get that feeling that the back stays the target for a little bit longer, a couple of moves like that, set up on the ball, and then just try and hit the shot. And that should help you feel a little bit shallower into the ball, and then improve those ball flights and strikes and get you hitting it a little bit further and more consistent. But if you want to learn how to drive the ball further without actually swinging it any faster, make sure that you watch that video.